Hey ladies and gentlemen, Dirty Mechanic back at you with another video. So in this video, I'm going to talk to you about wheel bearings. I got a set of wheel bearings for my motorcycle. Some of you may know the motorcycle, some of you may not. The ones that know the motorcycle, let me just show you. Alright, there's the bike. Okay, and all of it's to work. There's a rear wheel. This is the rear wheel bearing here. Okay. Let me get out of the light here. Get the light to my back. Alright, here we go. Better light. I'm sorry, the light's horrible in this garage. So here's the rear bearing. Okay. Sealed on one side, it's supposed to be sealed on the other as well. I do have the seal. But this is what I want to show you. Just because it's sealed doesn't mean that you shouldn't take the seals off, okay, and repack the bearing, okay, because I don't know if you can see that or not. Okay, now I'm not gonna take the other side off because I already packed it with grease, but I don't know if you can see that or not. Hang on. All right, I don't know if you see that or not. See, you could barely see some grease, some white lithium grease around the outside, or whatever grease that they use. Okay, it's very simple to pop the seals off and just get one of those eyeglass repair kits with a small little flathead screwdriver. Just pick it up under one side, just make sure you don't cut the seal, of course, and just peel it up. And, you know, take your fingernail, of course, you know, not as nasty as mine, but work around the outside and it comes off. Simple as that. And once you get that off, you go and you get some wheel bearing grease. It doesn't have to be no special kind, just something that you prefer. And then the seal, set that down. The seal looks like this. Okay. There's the outside that you see. Here's the inside. Okay. I'm not going to give a video on how to pack a bearing. There's thousands of them out there. But I just want to give you that little piece of advice, especially on these motorcycles. That wheel bearing is like your last line of defense as far as, you know, making your bike roll down the road. So you definitely want to make sure that it's right. Now, the factory bearing that I pulled off was sealed on one side, open on the other. Well, that creates a problem. The problem is when you ride in wet weather, or, you know, any wet weather to be exact. Yeah, they got seals, but they're kind of a fictional thing, you know. They're not going to keep everything out, you know. So I always opt for the double sealed bearings. That way I know that if water does get in between the actual bearing and the axle, excuse me, between the axle and the bearing, I know no water is going to intrude my bearing, and there's no possible way that water is going to get in here because the grease is going to displace the water. So just an FYI, I mean, you know, just PSA more like, always check your bearings, even if they're brand new, even more so if they're brand new. Pull the covers off, you'll be surprised what you see. If there's some in there, there's an old saying, you can't ever have too much. Okay? Later, guys.